everyone, and thank you for watching Morning Blend St. Louis. I'm your host, Michele Russo, and I am joined today by Jessica from Everybody Yoga. Hi, Jessica.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for coming out today.
My pleasure.
So her studio is known for what I thought was hot yoga, but what I just learned is it's not even as hot as what it could be. What is the temperature setting in the studio?
We set it to slightly above your body's core temperature.
Okay.
All we want to do is get you to move a little bit in an environment that's heated to something higher than what you're used to, so that it's a little bit safer to move. So it warms your muscles up, your tendons, everything can move around a little bit more easily, but it's not like, oh my God, I'm gonna die, it's so hot in here.
Right, and this is why you think people that are not flexible or injured can come to the class and feel right at home?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
And tell me a little bit about the experience that your mom has had with yoga, you were saying.
So my mom has practiced now for 2 or 3 years, and she was diagnosed with RA about 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
She went through some situations where she was in really intense pain. She had to start taking a lot of medication, and together with yoga and juice, my mom has successfully basically cured her RA. Will never be cured, but she's off all of her medications. She's been released from her doctor's office related to RA. She doesn't have to go in anymore unless she has some sort of major flare-up. And she did all of this just by practicing yoga with me and incorporating juice into her diet every day. So
you don't have to be an all-star athlete to be able to come out and take a class?
Absolutely not. In fact, I know these are not on camera, but I brought some pictures for you that I can walk through. I have my student Robbie here, who in this picture has a dislocated shoulder.
Okay.
So it looks like he has one arm because his arm is wrapped up. Here I have my very good friend Michael, who actually has only one arm and practices. He's now a teacher.
Oh, great. At your studio?
Not at my studio. He lives in Illinois.
Okay.
But one of his children goes to Washington University, so
okay, right
he visits quite a lot, and it's always fun to have him in.
Okay.
Then I have my student Alicia. In this picture, she's 9 months pregnant.
9 months pregnant and practicing yoga.
And she is not the only one that's done that.
That's true. Okay.
It's not a disease. It's just a something. And then here, this is my favorite one. This is Bruce. This is in my friend Jessica's school. You can see he's sort of hunched over in his wheelchair. He practiced whenever he could get in, when somebody could take him in, because all you need for yoga is a body and a spine. It doesn't have to be healthy.
That's the name.
Yes, it's the reason that you come, especially if you're sick or injured or anything else. You should come more, not less.
I've taken one of the classes myself, a couple of the classes actually, and I love it. I was sweating head to toe, and I feel like I was detoxing myself. So in addition to the yoga, the juices, tell me a little bit about what makes a cold pressed juice.
So a cold pressed juice in particular is, we use a hydraulic juice press. So the juice press will squeeze all the juice out of the vegetables and fruits. It's never spun. Which, when you walk into a normal juice bar, you might see them shoot a carrot through something that spins around.
Right.
Well, that heats the juice up.
So you're losing nutrients.
You're losing nutrients and enzymes. So if you have a true cold pressed juice, it will still be living raw food. No different than eating a salad. It's just easier for the body to process, because it doesn't have to go through the digestion. It just basically infuses straight into your system. In order to be truly cold pressed and raw, you have to buy it where it's pressed. So if you see cold pressed juices in a store, for instance, that they'll say cold pressed, but they're good for 30 days, it's still no longer living food. They have to put it through a process to extend its shelf life, basically, in order to sell it somewhere else.
Okay.
So here, our juices are always fresh. We juice fresh every morning. It's always a raw living food. The enzymes are all there. And it's really, when you start drinking this stuff every day, you know.
Yeah.
You notice the difference. Yeah.
Okay. So that plus the yoga is where you guys are feeling like you are stepping right in, and
Exactly.
I'm sure helping with the common cold that's going around all, this cold weather in St.
For
Louis.
that, you're looking for fresh ginger, and we do juice fresh ginger.
A couple of these have ginger in there.
A couple of them have ginger in it, and of
Okay.
course they're all good for all kinds of things. But we have students who, after every class, they just take a shot of ginger. It's 2 ounces.
I've done that one time. I don't know if I can do it again.
It's pretty, but you get used to it.
Do you? It's a little spicy.
It's spicy. It has a kick to it.
Okay.
We sell the juice by the ginger juice by the bottle. That's one of our more popular things in the winter. People will just come in and buy buy a whole bottle of it, and
just immune boosting and
take an ounce or two a day, and it's good for coughs and colds. It's good for your lungs, your whole bronchial system. It's very good for inflammation. So that's one of the things with my mom. My mom started taking ginger every day, even just straight, so that helped her inflammation with her RA quite a lot.
Okay.
So
great. Well, thank you so much for coming out. If you'll tell everybody where they can find your studio.
Sure. The studio is located at 3121 South Grand Boulevard. That's both the yoga school, Everybody Yoga, and the juice bar, the St. Louis Juice Press. And you can find both of the businesses online at everybodyheal.com.
Perfect. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Morning Blend St. Louis.